watchers. This is Emily. It is March 15th, 2022, and I wanted to do some video updates. It's been a while. So I'm doing a completely separate video for the exterior of the house because we've sort of uncovered enough that it warrants its own video. So right now I'm standing at the corner of Lake Washington Boulevard, which is where all these cars are driving, and our street, 43rd Avenue South. There's our little house. It's very windy out here, so sorry about that, but so I'm walking towards our house, crossing the street. We have now a giant bald eagle statue. There's a story behind this, which actually a local news station covered, so I will try to link that. It airs tomorrow, I think. We also have a pig. We found him actually right back here in this little planting area, little bed with the yuccas and stuff, and Alex propped him on the shelf and propped him on the fence, and man, it brings a lot of joy to a lot of passers-by and kids and stuff, so we like him. Okay, so walking up the driveway, we have done very little work on the exterior. We're mostly clearing brush and trash, and we still have to do a lot of that. We're mostly focused on the interior so that we can move in. So there's not a lot of new improvements to show aside from clearing what we've cleared. So one big thing that we have we've had all the electrical redone in the whole house, like including the service drop, the actual electrical service. They replaced that because it was sitting on the roof. So everything is brand new, and outside that includes, we had our electrician install some lights in the eaves, which has been great. And we turn that lamppost on once in a while. So anyway, we've still got this big driveway, and we gotta clear the blackberries and the ivy from the side here. I'm gonna go in through the front yard. I don't think we changed anything here except for the doormat. I'm gonna add a new peephole and door handle and stuff quite soon. We also cleaned the roof off, and by we, I mean not I, but Alex and our dear friends Justin and Kyla cleaned all the moss off of the roof. So going in the front yard, we've still got this lovely chain link fence. We're hoping eventually to take it out. The people who used to live here had dogs, so I think that's why this is all fenced in. So I think what we're gonna do is take this length right here, take it out, and then take this length out, and then put the shorter one in right here just to provide a little bit of protection to that corner, and then we'll just leave that for now. The yard has a pretty aggressive slope down this way towards the street. We are eventually thinking of this little patio, tearing that up, because unfortunately I think there's a second oil tank in there. Tearing that up and eventually doing a wrap around wooden deck. That's way future and in our big remodel. And then this whole wall, maybe doing glass doors. So anyway, way future, like I said. I chopped down this horrible yew bush, which I hate, but it was in the way of my view. So I came out here one afternoon, cut it all off. The holly also needs to go because it's like eating into the foundation. So that's on the list. And then of course, lots more ivy all over here. Okay, so the side yard, this is where we've done a lot of the work. So before, there used to be basically these blackberry brambles growing all the way up to almost like the window level, which was just insane. So Alex hacked away the initial pathway, and then we both got out here a couple weeks ago and hacked away the rest of it. It still needs to be cleared, but we have an oil tank. This house used to have a boiler, and so we had an oil tank somewhere around here that we decommissioned. It's filled with foam now. This is a pretty slick, steep walkway down here, so I think we are gonna probably try and mimic the stairs over there. over here someday. And then of course the very exciting thing we had put in is a full house mini split system, which has been awesome because there was no heat before. So anyway, that's what that and all this channeling on the side is. So I'm gonna walk down. Lots of ivy and whatever this weird bamboo cousin is, and blackberries, which are just horrible. This is the door to the basement. This is the area that was covered in blackberry brambles, so you couldn't see in, but we've cleared it all now. We just have to get it out of the way. So there's a lot of space back here. I'll show you what this thing is in a second. It's horrible. There's lots of space. This width is from the retaining wall here to the chain link fence. I'd say it's 10 feet maybe. So that's kind of fun. And then there are stairs under here, which I'm gonna walk alongside of. Try not to trip and fall. So the slope back here is pretty aggressive. So we've got a big gully. Sad puppies. Ow. Okay. So, sorry. Let me come back around here. Okay, so I'm gonna come back so you can see from the other side. So we have the clown teepee of horrors. Isn't that terrifying? That was buried. It's about 4 feet tall, 4 feet in diameter at the base. It was buried under all of that ivy and stuff. So anyway, we've got all of this very sloped hillside, and we eventually need to figure out, I think probably at the base of the doors there, we'll do some kind of patio, outdoor room, but we'll see. We've also started working on the backyard, even though it doesn't really look like it. So we've brought in a lot of firewood that we're chopping up, and then we had to clear a lot of branches up here for the power company to access the lines clearly. So that's what a lot of this stuff on the ground is already. Oh, dog's so annoying. So here's this retaining wall. It's in really good shape. I mean, it's kind of mossy and stuff, but it is in good shape. And then there is another retaining wall back there behind it. Let's see if I can focus on that a little better. There's still a lot of brush and stuff around there. So we've got this big, beautiful London plane. It was getting choked out by ivy, but we've trimmed that and pull that off later. We also have discovered we had 3 cherry trees. So there's one here. There was one there. That sort of jumble is the stump. And actually here are a lot of the big chunks from it. Right there too. And then there's actually a third one. Let's see if I can focus over there. See that jumble of ivy right there? That is growing up and killing out a cherry tree. So unfortunately, all of those have to come out because they're dead. The ivy's killed them. So then we've got this, what are these? A laurel? I don't know. Our herborist says to take it out because they're trash trees. And then we also have more holly. We have a huge holly tree right there that got lopped off, I think, for the power lines at some point. And then a little one there we'll take out. So the other, like I said, we haven't thought too much about what's going on back here. We do have these railroad ties that create a retaining wall above the concrete one that are kind of starting to fall in. So we may look into like raising the concrete retaining wall and then filling in so that we have a fully level area back there before we have an avalanche. The other thing we've learned is that the patio, which you can kind of see here, there's like a little wood divider, goes about to the corner that corner of the retaining wall goes to there, and then the rest of this here is dirt. So I guess it used to be lawn maybe at some point over there. And then the area in front of the basketball is patio. And then there's a square over here in this corner that's also dirt. All of this stuff in the backyard is things we found back here. That includes a car hood and a car roof. All sorts of lovely stuff. It just kind of became a dumping ground for a while, so. Luckily, it seems like most of the blackberries back there are, all of this dead stuff is blackberries. I think they're blackberries growing from the property above us, so we may go talk to them about, you know, nipping those in the bud. But a lot of it's dead, so it's actually not going to be too bad to clear. And let's see, then here I'll just turn around so you can see the back of the house. We have lights in the eaves over here too, but they're not on right now. And just like a really deep overhang on this backside, which is nice. So, walk around to the front. Again, haven't really done much here. Ooh, this is the pink sink from the pink bathroom. Tell you what I'm going to do with that later. Okay, this is coming around to the side. That is the gate. That goes to the front. And here we are at the driveway again. So, like I said, lots of work to do on the exterior, but we really need to get moved in first. Before we can do any of that. So there you go.